we just barely missed it. Like 3 hours till the event starts. It will be going on from today till 17th. When is that? I may have to record a little video just to do this event. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do the event on my own time. But I mean, it looks fun though, is the thing. It's just kind of why I wanted to do it on recording. Because 3-on-3 team battles. That sounds fun, but maybe I will record a video here sooner than I usually do. But for now, I actually don't know what to do. Maybe we'll go in for some air ride. I kind of want to play that event. That was kind of my plan. That was kind of my game plan here. But we'll just do some air ride. Key things to talk about. I guess the Sony state of play has been going on. That's a thing. I don't really watch. I don't really keep up with Sony stuff. But oh, hold on, Silk Song. Why? Anyway, Sony State of Play. That's the thing. I saw they announced Metal Gear Solid 4 for the Master Collection Volume 2, which is pretty cool. Also, this is hectic as crap. I'm getting destroyed. I'm really happy about Metal Gear Solid 4, and I'm also really happy about Peace Walker. I mean, Peace Walker is already available on modern consoles, but it's still cool nonetheless. So yeah, that's cool. They have like cool stuff going on there at that Sony State of Play thingamajig. Whoa. I don't know what that was. That was kind of crazy. Jeez Louise, I am doing very bad this race, huh? Well, I guess they also showed off that marathon. I think that was literally the last thing they showed off, and people were upset about it. Because the new marathon kind of looks not good. I don't know. Like, I don't want to judge it based on what it kind of looks like, and I haven't even watched that new trailer. It just dropped. Oh. But I don't like the look of it, like, at all. I mean, as its own thing, you know, maybe it's whatever, but... I was consistently in, like, 5th place that entire time. That was not good. That was not a good race. I didn't do very well. Anyway. It doesn't look good to me. It doesn't look very appealing. And as a fan of the original Marathon trilogy, it looks very bad. I mean, that just doesn't look like Marathon, you know. I don't know. And of course, it's got to be like freaking what you call it? What would you call it? PvP. That's what you call it. Of course, it'd be PvP. And yeah, it's a was it an extraction shooter? Actually, ever. Oh my goodness! Excuse me, I'm yawning. I've never actually played an extraction shooter before. I don't really play very many multiplayer games, and I've probably already talked about that on the channel before. I've probably already talked about that on the channel before. Probably in Kirby Air Riders specifically, because antithetical to that statement, I am playing Kirby Air Riders right now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not too big into multiplayer, like online multiplayer stuff. You know, if you get some like friends to play it with, but you know, everyone's so busy, and I'm so busy, and I'm like, man, I'm always making up excuses. I'm always tired after work, dude. I don't know what's wrong with me, but like I'm always tired after work, and just like all the freaking time. And then I see people like going out and doing stuff with their friends or like playing games constantly with their friends, even working, and I'm like, dude, how do you do it? I'm like work got me, even if it's not like a super tough day or whatever. It's just like, I don't know. I'm so exhausted. I don't want to do anything. And I don't know how to break out of that mindset. Okay, I get home and I want to sit down and I want to eat by myself, just watching some YouTube videos, or like preferably a really long video that interests me. And then I don't even play video games half the time. Grapes! That reminds me of another tangent. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a problem. I want to know how to fix it. Probably medication would be the answer, but I don't know. Or like vitamins. I don't know. Something. The ground is now slippery. And everything's yellow. Why is everything yellow? I never remember the yellow filter before. Where did that come from? I swear I don't ever remember seeing the yellow filter. I know I've got the ground slippery before. But not like the yellow filter. What? That was kind of bizarre. I don't know. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, that really hurt. I want that rare box. Someone just opened the rare box, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody definitely opened the box. Anyway, I don't know. I need to like get over it or something. But the topic at hand was the shooters and multiplayer game. Holy cow. Nice. Oh, I'm taking damage. Holy jeez Louise. That was fun. I like it. See, I like it when I win, actually. I like it when I destroy people. I like when I kill people. I kind of got so off the beaten path with whatever the heck I was talking about. Uh-oh. Don't kill me. Wait, if I land an attack on that, I get an achievement. Ow, you can hit me on the rail? Hi, Dale. Sorry. Yeah, I want that freaking mater. I want to start the race, too. Dang. Got it. Okay, dude, my mind is everywhere right now with topics. I'm trying to think about stuff. So what is it? We're talking about marathon. Okay. Multiplayer games. Dude, my brain is everywhere at the moment. I don't know why. No, I don't want that. I don't want that either. Or was I immune to those negative effects because I was invincible? Is that how that works? Let's kill some more people. Let's kill you. Oh, we're not gonna catch him. Darn. I think probably some of it at least has to do with like the... Uh-oh. Please time out before I die. No, wait. We only lost one thing, I think? So we're safe? Yes. I think what I need is like... professional help. I think if I want my energy, I need like I probably, you know, everyone talks about, I was talking about the vitamin, right? Everyone's lacking the vitamin. It's like I'm probably lacking some kind of vitamin, you know what I mean? Oh shoot, we're in here with the Hydra. Wait, if we can, okay, if we can hit that though, we will get an achievement. Or we'll die instantly. Where's the Hydra? I want to hit him. Okay, well we're not going to do it like that. We're not going to do it running into an explosion. Dude, okay. No. Where is the Hydra? Oh, come on! I can't even... Okay, there it is. I can see it now. Okay, did we do it? Did that count? Because I did land an attack on the machine. Dude, I am getting... Dude, okay. This is actually really bad for, like, everyone. I'm currently tied for last place. With 3 other people. Oh my goodness. I'm also not seeing the other scores go up. Yeah, what the... I'm not seeing the scores go up. In fact, one of the scores just went down. How did it go down? Is the scoreboard messed up, or like, what is this mode? What just happened? No, well, okay, well, they got... okay, the scoreboard was just messed up. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right, I guess. That was... okay. I have noticed some communication errors, like, on occasion. In recent times. I know, like, previously. But it's still a pretty solid game, though, is the thing. Like, I'm still very impressed by the consistency of the multiplayer. It's just like... you know, it sometimes fails. Let's go back in City Trial. It sometimes fails, but I still like it pretty good. Okay, what else? What else can I, like, zero in on for my brain? I need the... If I actually playing Kirby Air Riders probably isn't helping my brain right now, because my brain feels like mush at the moment, because I've been, like, scrolling stuff. I've been scrolling through, like, social media. And it's been, like, destroying my brain. You know, I don't know, there's actually something wrong with me today. Just in general. I woke up with, like, really bad vertigo. Or something. So I don't know what's up with me today. Today's just like there's something in my brain that is destroying me. I don't know. I'm fine now. I think I just had to eat, but I don't know, I've had a lot of issue like focusing on stuff today. Which isn't exactly a unique scenario, but, you know. It's something, I don't know. It's my excuse for being so scatterbrained in this episode. You know, I woke up feeling really bad, like I could barely walk. So that's my excuse. If you make fun of me, then actually you're evil. Not really, probably, but it was weird. I think, like, okay, there's... Okay, here's a story I can tell. Here's a story I can tell. It was one of... I think the vertigo or the dizziness... I don't know if it's like vertigo is the proper word. I think vertigo is like a specific diagnosis, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, the dizziness, we'll just call it dizziness, was, I'm sure, a byproduct, probably, of one of two things, or both. It's very possible it could be both of these things I'm about to say. But first, the first thing that came to mind was what I did yesterday night. Before I got off of work, not before I got off of work, when I got off of work, before I went home, I made a bit of a mistake, I would call it. I would call it a bit of a mistake. I bought two donuts. They were small donuts because they were on sale. And I was like, you know what? I want a donut. So I bought the donut. And that's my story. That's my really good story. Oh, whoa. Whoa. I'm going so fast. Don't... Okay. And the thing is, where the trouble comes into play was I decided to eat both donuts at the same time. I bought them thinking that, okay, I'll maybe eat one donut tonight, maybe not. You know, I'll have a donut a day. But I ate them both in the same sitting, so... Ah! That wasn't as devastating as I was afraid. Anyway, I ate both donuts, so it's like, okay, all that sugar, you know, maybe that caused the dizziness. Maybe. I don't know if that's a thing. But that would not surprise me. The second thing, and this is kind of where the story gets interesting. The second thing, oh crap. The second thing that I think could be the case is, it would have been a couple nights ago. At this point, it would have been Tuesday night. It's Thursday right now. Can't get up there. I had, you know, a delectable yogurt drink. If you know me, if you watch this channel for a long time, you know I like drinking those yogurt drinks on the channel sometimes. And halfway through drinking it, I found out. I was like, wait a minute, when did I get this? It was expired by a week, like 8 days or something like that. It was expired. So I said, okay, well, whatever. I already drank half of it. I might as well finish it, right? Right? So I finished the expired yogurt, and I told this story. So that could be part of the reason why I was dizzy. I don't know. I think it had more to do with other things than dizziness. But anyway, I told this story to my coworker, and he was like, "You're an idiot. Why would you keep drinking it?" And I said, "Well, I already drank half of the bottle, right? So like." At that point, I did that? Oh shit, nice. So like at that point, it's not going to hurt me anymore if I just drank like the other half, right? Like that's not going to hurt me any more than what half the bottle has already done to me. So I just drank the rest of it. And he called me an idiot for that. Do you think that I'm an idiot? If you were drinking, you know, expired yogurt, would you just give up like halfway through if you're like, oh, it's expired, I should stop eating this? Now, I could understand, obviously. If it was like, dude, is somebody attacking me? If it was like, moldy or something. Like, yeah, obviously I would stop eating or drinking, whatever. But it was just... First off, expired is an ugly word. It was, you know, it was past the sell-by date. Who knows if it was actually good or bad or not. I mean, it tasted slightly off, maybe. But nothing crazy. So, you know, I think it was fine. I mean, like, I was a little, you know, on the turlet for a little bit. But it's like, would have stopped halfway through? Would stopping halfway through have helped the matter any? And it's not like I had any adverse effects other than, you know, a little bit of gastrointestinal distress. A little bit. Would have stopping halfway through have really changed anything? I don't think so. I think it's fine. I think I'm fine. And I think I'm not an idiot, perhaps. I don't do Beam Gauntlet. We hardly ever do Beam Gauntlet. So that's my expired yogurt story. You can be the judge of whether or not that I'm an idiot, but just know that this is my channel. You come into my channel, you call me an idiot after I ask you the question. Yeah, right, buddy. If I'm an idiot, then ouch, ouch. I don't know. Anyway. Dude, how did you already win? Well, I didn't get last. You know what? That's fine. I didn't get last. Hey. Speaking of being an idiot, I forgot to plug my laptop in. It didn't happen. It won't die, you know. One day, perhaps, it'll die. Live on recording, but that day, still not today. Nice. Nice. That day's not today. We're safe. We're going to switch up a little. We're going to play as Rick. Who plays Rick now? I like these two characters. These are the two characters I like playing as. Why did I go into another Sig trial? Should have done something different. Mix it up a little. I don't know. It's whatever. Anyway. Same guy too. Look at it. Drew Apathy. Same guy. I think the That Lad might be the same guy too. My very own father. Dude, that always used to kind of scare me as a kid. That's another story that we can talk about. Is, like on Miiverse. Because Miiverse was the first social media I ever used. So that was when I first saw it. But you know, there's people on there who would name themselves like mom or dad, right? I always used to that made me a little unnerved because I was like, ooh, you know, what if it actually is them? Like, what if they're secretly trying to monitor my Miiverse or something? Because I don't know, they weren't exactly happy with Miiverse. They weren't exactly super happy with me using Miiverse back then. Because, you know, you don't want your kid talking to strangers, whatever. I get it. But I mean, it was Miiverse. I don't know. Kids probably shouldn't have been using Miiverse. Maybe, I don't know. That's like an entire. That's too big a can of worms for discussion because you go on and on about that topic forever. But I always used to be afraid that like, what if it was actually like my mom, named Mom? What if this Miiverse username Dad was actually my dad? You know, I don't know. It could be. And I don't think it was. I don't think it was, but you know. What if? Oh yeah, the ship is gold now. I don't know if I've ever pointed it out, but like, what the hell? Oh, hi, Kine. Yeah, the ship can just be gold sometimes, which is cool. I'm gonna get in that cannon. Miiverse was a time, though. Miiverse, what a time. I remember there was this guy on there. I don't remember his name. I kind of wish I did. But I don't remember his name. He had this, like, very... I don't know how to say it. How do I say this without not sounding racist? I don't think this is racist, but... like, the Mii was very obviously made to be a Chinese guy. Like, he looked like the stereotypical, like, Karate Kid, like, sensei type dude, okay? I don't know how else to say it. Like, that's just how the Mii was designed. It was very obvious that this was, I think, the intention of the creator. And I don't think it was actually... an Asian guy. I mean, it could have been, but I think it was just a kid. If I'm being honest with you. Not to spoil the story, but I think this was just a kid. Like, role-playing or something. I don't know. Anyway. He had this, like, R on his name. Like, the copyright R. And anyway, he said something... I don't even know how I got mixed up with this guy, first of all. I don't know how this happened, but he was, like, doing some kind of thing, right? He was in some kind of, like, drama or whatever. He was, like... His whole bit was that he was one of the guys who originally created the Game Boy. And I guess nobody believed him, and he was upset about that. And so I remember the way that I got into contact with him, because he posted something. And I don't know what it was, again, he posted. But when I read it, I thought that he was saying that the Game Boy was bad or that it sucked somehow. Because I don't read. Especially as a kid, I do not read hardly. So I was like, no, it's not. And he was like, yes, I am. I originally created I was one of the original creators who worked on the Game Boy. And I went back and reread what he said, and I was like, oh, well, I didn't know. That's my bad. Anyway. It's not a very entertaining story. But the reason... Because he had that, like, copyright R thing. And I don't even know what that is, by the way. Because I know, like, you have the circle and the C. Like, that's the copyright symbol. I don't know what the R means. Because I know that the TM, that means trademark. I have no idea what the R is. But anyway, he had the R, I'm pretty sure. And he was like, that was his, oh, is that a trans hop star? It's gone now. That was his whole, like, his evidence of him being, it's like, nobody else has this. Nobody else could, like, type this. Like, if you, like, the Nintendo gave this to me because I was one of the guys who made it with the Game Boy. Anyway, I don't know. He was like a character that I interacted with sometimes. Not very often. That's bad. I'd rather not have the battle chariot, but I'll take it. Battle chariot's actually pretty good, I think. I just don't use it. Oh, we missed our window. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that guy's deal was. Again, I'm like, I definitely don't want high. Well, if I have the, I'm not gonna want high jump. Maybe we can do skydive. Anyway, I don't know what his deal was. I'm pretty sure he was just like some kid who was like pretending to be. Like, I'm pretty sure. Here's what my theory is. He was a kid who made like an almost stereotypically like Asian looking Mii character that he could, and then he role played as if he was a guy who made the Game Boy. I don't think that he was actually one of the original creators of the Game Boy. Right. you know, I will eat my words completely if you come onto this channel and you say, like, that was actually me, and I really did, and here's my proof. But I don't think... I don't think he was actually one of the creators of the gameplay. Anyway. Funny character. There's a lot of weird characters. I remember the Scribblenauts Unlimited... The Scribblenauts Unlimited, what do they call it? Communities. I think they call them communities. That had a lot of drama on it. I don't know. Like, Miiverse itself just was, like, a weirdly, like, drama-filled social media for what it was. You know, all social media is filled with drama. But, like, for what it was weirdly filled with drama. And I feel like the Scribblenauts Unlimited community was, like, one of the biggest ones for some reason. It's like, cause, like, what are we doing here? I don't even know what the drama was. We'll go random. I don't know what the drama even was, but people were just, like, going crazy in there or something. And I remember one guy got really mad at me because I wanted to do this new thing. I wanted to do this, like, thing of, like, guess the character for some reason. So I'm going to Scribblenauts Unlimited. I would download people's like creations, you know, and then one of them that I downloaded was the dragon Spike from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and I turned him to stone with, like, the Edgar's cane that you can get in that game. You can turn characters to stone with it, and I turned him to stone, and I took a screenshot of it, and I was like, can you guess who this character is, or something like that. And the guy who created it got really mad at me. And I don't remember if he commented or if he, like just posted a post about it. But he was like, you can't just recolor somebody's OC, and it's like, oh, rah, rah, rah. He was so angry about it. I was like, first off, this is your I guess it was technically an OC because it was his creation. It wasn't like an original character, but it was his creation, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, it was technically his art. He made the, you know, the character model for it in the Scribblenauts game. It was like, first of all, it's not your OC. You know, that's Spike from My Little Pony. Also, I don't know how to use Taranza. I don't know how to really use his web slinging. I'm not good at Taranza, dude. I need to get better. How do I? Cause I know what you're yeah, you're supposed to kind of do that, but anyway. I also got into a bit of a feud with another guy on Miiverse, cause I would post on the what was that game? What was that? Oh, Pokemon Rumble? Pokemon Rumble U. I post on that server, and I would just, like, I would post, like, my end of stage results. When you beat a stage in that game, I messed up bad. When you beat a stage in that game, you got, like, little gachapon, like, orbs that you would open to get, like, the Pokemon. And sometimes you would get, like, a rare one that was, like, kind of a multicolored ball. It was kind of like a multicolored ball. And it had, like, lines on it or something. And Jay Witz played the game with, I think, his fiance or his girlfriend at the time. Pretty sure it's his wife now, but I don't know. Anyway, when he always got it, he would say Smash Ball. Like, oh yeah, Smash Ball. And that's what I did. I would go on there, I would go on Miiverse, and I would just post every time I got it, I'd be like, Smash Ball! And people started getting, like, that guy in particular got really mad about it. He made a post. He's like, people in this community are just posting, like, nothing. Like, nothing is adding to the conversation. You're just posting, like these stupid posts that have nothing of value to add. He's like, I'm looking at you, cute, Mr. Cute. And that was my Miiverse, like, guy that I use. He was a little guy. His name was Cute, because like, he looked cute to me. So it's like, I'm looking at you, Mr. Cute. And then someone else posted or commented under it, is like, who is Mr. Cute? And I think it was like, I don't know if it was a person I was acquainted with in that community, or if it was just some random person. But I was like, you know, don't listen to them. Don't listen to the haters. Man, I don't know. That's like a nothing burger of a conversation, I think. But it was just so funny. Okay, something's going on outside. I can't hear it over the sound of my laptop fan. Still, I'm gonna take up to anyway. Man, the point of the whole conversation is Miiverse was very funny. Let's go for a random machine now. Miiverse was just a very funny time. And like I remember the Wind Waker community, where because you could the Miiverse integration in Wind Waker is actually pretty cool because you could post pictures. You know, you could post your pictures, you could throw them out into the sea, and then players could find like your bottles, like the messages in the bottles. And I actually think that is a really, really cool integration of Miiverse into it. And so was Splatoon, by the way. Splatoon also had a really great Miiverse integration. But I thought there was something about the Wind Waker HD that was like particularly really cool with it. Anyway, that community, I don't think there was any drama necessarily. But it was just funny because you go on that community and it was like nothing but people like posting pictures of like various enemies and characters and just saying like pass it on, because that's what you did back then in that community. Not even the community, like people, I don't think we're even interacting in the community. It was just, you know, the game actually had like a feature. You didn't have to post to Miiverse. You could just like write the message in the game and throw it in, and it would automatically upload it to Miiverse and into like the game so other players could find it. And so you just had like people taking pictures of everything and just been like, pass it on. And so when you actually went into that community to like look at anything, like you wouldn't find hardly anything. You would just find like people saying pass it on. But I was different because I added please. I'd be pass it on please, because I felt that, you know, that was polite. It's like, yeah, pass it on please. Because I guess you could repost it. I don't remember why we said pass it on. I guess you could like repost the image somehow or something to that effect, but I don't know. Anyway, it was just really funny, and that's actually when I got banned from Miiverse for a while, because my dad. Well, actually, two things. My dad found out that I was using Miiverse somehow. I probably was using it in front of him or something, or maybe he logged on just to see. I don't know, because I don't think he even knew about it. So, I don't know. I think maybe he was watching me play and he saw the messages. It was like, pass on. He was like, oh, is that to other players? Like, you shouldn't be using that. Like, don't use that. So I was like, oh, man. I was really sad because I was like, how am I going to complete the photo collection now? Or the statue collection? But I kept using it in secret. I still, like, I posted a few, or I found a few pictures and I was like, I'm gonna go against my dad. It's like, I'm still gonna type pass it on. And it was at that time where my dad had forbidden me from using Miiverse. Where I forgot the P in pass, and my post got taken down. I got like struck or something. I think it was like a 3-strike system or something like that. And it was like, oh no, like no, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to post ass. I just wanted to type pass, but I forgot the P. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I was really scared that I was gonna like banned from Miiverse or whatever permanently. But then like the next day or two, my dad came up to me. He was like, hey, you know, it's fine. I talked to my friend at work, and he was like, yeah, it's like Nintendo. It's like a good moderation or whatever. It's like, it's fine. It's like, yay, I can use Miiverse again. And then like maybe a month later, I had like some weirdos in my DMs like asking me to do things that you shouldn't be asking people to do on Miiverse. Anyway, sometimes man, I'm so sad that Miiverse shut down. I really am, because sometimes I wish I could just like go back and look at my old messages, just to see. Like, I would make a video out of that honest to glob, if I had access, and I know there's like that site that like archived Miiverse, but it doesn't. I don't think it did like messages and stuff. But I would just be so fun if I could go back into like all of my posts, all of my DMs in Miiverse, and see what I was typing to those people. Because I know there was one person who was like actually flirting with me, and that was really weird and kind of scary. But I never like reported him or anything. I just kind of never replied. Wonder what he's up to. Hopefully in prison, I think. I don't know. I don't even know how old the dude was. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, very, very weird character. I had good friends there on there, though. I know I had, I had a couple. I don't know who they... I don't remember who they were. But I know I had a couple of fellers who I was kind of tight with. You know, sometimes I wonder what they're up to. I don't know. I wish I could find them again. I mean, I wonder if I could like look at my friend list on Miiverse or on Wii U, even though obviously the servers are shut down. I wonder if I could still see like the friend list. Maybe we could try looking them up. I like seriously doubt that anybody has their usernames that they had on Miiverse these days, but I don't know, that could be fun. That could be fun. I don't know. Dude, there's just like brawl. Holy cow. Okay, evidently I'm not good at the hop star. It's fine. Oh. That like really slows you down, doesn't it? I feel like it does. I mean, I'm not doing so good. Oh, the camera's going weird because I'm flipping the control stick. Also, you probably noticed I'm using GameCube controller this time. It's because it was dead. I forgot to charge it again for long enough and it just went dead. Come on. Come on. Okay, no, we are in 6th place. We have lost. It's fine. What other wacky stories I would tell from Miiverse? I don't know. I wish I could remember more about like that time, because I'm sure there are so many like funny things that I would have to talk about. I'm sure, but I don't know. I do also wonder like whatever happened to like just old internet friends in general. I never kept up with them. Like in, you know, like in Miiverse. I mean, like, how could you, first of all? Like, I was a kid back then. And I'm sure that they were also, you know, hopefully kids. And I, like, maybe they had social media, but I didn't. So it's like, how could I have kept up with them? Maybe before the Miiverse shut down, I should have, like, messaged them just to see if anyone would bite, but I don't know. I didn't have too much interest in it. Like, I have a passing interest in, like, hey, I wonder what they're up to. But, I don't know. I hadn't talked to them in years anyway. And they hadn't ever reached out to me. Because I would have saw their messages. So, I don't know. Wonder what they're up to, but I'm not too beat up about it. You know, also I had friends in... You know, speaking of social media sites geared towards younger individuals that have a lot of drama and very bad things going on that also shut down. Amino. Oh boy, Amino was an app that I used as a kid. That was That was my second social media. After Miiverse, I used Amino. Boy, that was a thing. I had back when I first got Amino, they were like separate apps. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there was like a unified app for it, but there was like separate apps in the App Store that I downloaded. So I'd have like Smash Amino. I don't remember which aminos I had, but I had a couple different aminos. Eventually, though, I got the full app and started exploring them all, and I was in quite a few of them. Like oh, okay, 2 in 1 video. That's not good. See Daisy. Let's go back in Air Ride. Actually, let's do some team games. I want to do some teams. Because that sounds fun. We haven't done that in a while. And we'll do random, why not? I gotta do a little bit of amino shenanigans. Not too much. But I do wonder how some of those people are doing these days. I don't know. I was only really ever close with one person. Particularly close with one person on amino. Okay, is there something wrong with like my Wi-Fi? Oh, wait. I'm not connected to Ethernet. How? How? Give me 1 second. Editing me, remember to just like black out the screen here. I'm just gonna keep talking, but I'm just gonna black out the screen because I don't want you to see my like IP address. Like, there's my IP address right there. If you want my IP address, you gotta unblock the screen. What are we doing? I literally have an Ethernet cable in. Okay, connected. What? Okay, unblock the screen, please. That I'll also have to make a note of that too. It's like 48 minutes in. It's not like I changed like I didn't take it out, I didn't change it or anything. So I don't know what was up with that. Anyway. Really? Okay, maybe we just gotta reset the... It should be fine now, right? Anyway. One of the funny amino stories that I do have is it was around the later parts of my amino using career. I wrote some like articles of like talking about it was leading up to like the Smash Brothers Smash Ultimate release. I made some posts about like I know I made a post probably in like the Xenoblade amino and the Smash amino about like, you know, Elma in Smash. It's like, oh, could Elma be in Smash? You know, could this be a thing? And I put all my evidence in and everything and whatever, blah blah blah. And I mean, they got a lot of traction. I think they were, for what they were at the time, I mean, they were maybe good. It's not like I can go back and look at them anymore. You know what? And I should have. I should have like preserved those because that could have been funny to look back on too. Because I'm sure they were not good, but I remember them being good. And I probably made some other posts, not just about Elma being in Smash, probably some other Smash related posts as well. I don't know what, but the point is, you got me discovered by a certain fella who was like, hey, you know, it's like your writing is really good. Like, I really love your articles. Would you like to join my Amino? Because he was making his own very own Smash Amino. Or maybe not Smash Amino. I think it was, though. I can't remember what precisely he was doing. But anyway, he was like, you want to join my Amino? Like, we're making our own Smash Amino or whatever it was. I think that is what it was. I think for some reason he wanted to make his own version of it. And I have no idea why, but it's like, would you like to post post these or make like an article for our Amino? I was like, sure, heck yeah. Like, that sounds cool. And I mean, I did that. I moved over to that Amino, and that's what it was. And he invited me then to his brand Amino, I think it was. Either that or he turned that into this brand. I mean, again, I can't remember. This is so long ago. The story is dragging on because I can't remember. But point is that, can I say it? I've looked it up since then. I've looked up this brand before, like, since that incident, and I don't think it exists. So I don't know, but I also don't want to I don't know, incite anything. But it's not like it did anything wrong or whatever. It's just, it was called, he called it Team Fan Melon. Like watermelon. Like Fan Melon. I don't know. That was his brand. That was what he was doing. And then there was a couple other people. And he was like, I think, like, he's like, oh, we're gonna have like a admin, like moderator like votes or whatever. We're gonna vote on who's going to be like to add it as a moderator to the Amino. And somebody on the team, I don't know if remember it was him specifically or like somebody else, but somebody on that team made the post like at some point after like the vote was cast or whatever, that like I had won, like I was now moderator. And I remember that caused a ton of controversy because controversy in the Amino, much of Amino controversy, because it's like that wasn't real, like that wasn't supposed to be said, like they hadn't fully decided on it yet. So I don't know, there was like this big like thing where people were kind of upset. Damn. People were really upset about it, and but I don't know, after a while they eventually were like, okay, well yeah, you are actually moderator. And then they invited me to like we're gonna hold this this meeting. So we're gonna have the group meeting, the Fan Melon meeting. And everyone got into this DM and they started like a voice call. And I mean, it was very awkward. Because I'm pretty sure this is just another kid, you know. He was probably a teenager, same age, probably around my age, maybe a little older. Just trying to make his brand or whatever. And we were all just kind of sitting in this call, like they were talking. I don't remember how many people there were in it. They were talking about junk. And I was just kind of quiet because I'm awkward on voice call. Like, I am supremely awkward. Especially when I'm around people that I don't know. But even if I'm around people that I just haven't talked to in a while, or I haven't talked to much. Like, I am pretty awkward. so it's like I barely talked to him about anything. I don't remember what it was about either. But he was just like, I think he wanted to make T-shirts. I think that was one of the things. Like, we're gonna make T-shirts. We're gonna have all this brand stuff. I'm working with people to make this happen. And he was really dedicated to it, I guess. But you know, I don't know that it really went anywhere. Because, like I said, I've looked it up since then. I've never like found any Team FanMelon merch or websites or something. Crap. But yeah, that was literally it. That's all I did in there. I joined that voice call and then I never went back. Like nobody, I don't think ever messaged me or anything. That was it. I never went back into there after that. Which is just hilarious. Like, I don't know what happened to them. I think eventually they just deleted the amino and moved on. But yeah, that's something that I think about sometimes. And sometimes I just wonder kind of like, what are they up to? Who knows? Hopefully something cool. Hopefully they're doing pretty alright. So, what is boss battle? Oh, that did a lot of damage on much defense. Somebody already died. On my team? Oh, that's bad. Okay. Cook him. Don't cook me, please. Cook him. Okay, we're cooking, actually. We're doing really good here. Then there was like one other prominent friend that I can remember from... Oh, shit! No! Oh, that was scary. I thought I was going to get caught in the big laser. There was one other friend that I had, like, online that I remember pretty prominently. Maybe two. But that was all the way back, like, even further, like, when I was in elementary school. Four gummies. I feel like we could have done better than that. Interesting. Dude, I was the MVP. Nice. Anyway. That was all the way back in, like, Moshi Monsters days. I've already been recording for almost an hour. Yeah, this can be an hour-long episode. Why not? I was back in the Moshi Monsters days when I played that. Anyone remember Moshi Monsters? I loved that back in the day. That was like all the rage in my elementary school. Very popular among the like 10-year-olds. And there was a character, not character, it was a person, human being. I have a problem with calling people characters because I think it's funny. But it's probably a little dehumanizing. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Anyway, there was this person who somehow I met on Moshi Monsters. And I remember it was really funny because we were talking, and you had, in Moshi Monsters, the way you could talk to people, you couldn't, like, you had to go to their house. You had to, like, click on their house or whatever, and you had to write on the little message board to them. And then you'd have to, like, reply back. I don't know, it was kind of a weird system, but I don't know, we were just talking, you know? And she was like, and I know it's a girl, for reasons we'll get into later, but she would have been, I think she said she was like 12 or something. I want to say that. I would have been, you know, maybe 10. Maybe a little less. Like, I was younger than her. I know that much. Now, we were just talking about whatever random junk we talked about. And my dad got that. He got kind of upset at me. He was like, "Are you sure it's okay to be talking to this?" Because he definitely monitored that. Like, he would log into my Moshi Monsters account and like look at what I was doing, looking at my messages and stuff. He was upset about that, but he was like, "Okay, fine. You know, just don't." Yeah, he went through the whole spiel like, "Don't tell them anything. You know, don't talk about our address. Don't talk about real life. Just talk about whatever." You know, video game stuff. Anyway. She really liked Meta Knight. She was like a Meta Knight Yume shipper, I think. Because she was... I still remember she was talking about how she was like in love with him. And how her heart belonged to Meta Knight. And I'm not making fun of her. Because you know what? You know, I'm not going to make fun of a 12-year-old from like a decade ago. And also, I mean... You know, why not, right? Meta Knight's hot, whatever. It's like I can see it. I can see why. I can see why you'd want to kiss Meta Knight, especially if we're talking about like the right back at you Meta Knight. Like you must admit his accent's pretty nice. Anyway, Meta Knight's a cool dude. Like, why not Yume ship with him if you're into that? But that's that. I still remember her because of that. Like, for some reason, that made an impression on me. It's like, wow, you're in love with a fictional character? How crazy. Like, what a novel concept that I'd never heard of before. And then I also talked to her about Halo one time. And then I found out she was a girl. She talked about it at some point. I think we talked about Halo, probably. Then she talked about liking Meta Knight. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like really sorry that I talked to you about Halo. I didn't know you were a girl. Because, like, well, girls can't like Halo. So it's like, I must have really, like, upset her by talking about Halo. Because she's a girl. Like, she probably likes... I mean, Kirby, but she probably likes, you know, like, Kirby and... Freaking, I don't know. I don't know what I thought girls liked. But I was really, like, scared because I was like, oh, she's gonna hate me because I talked to her about a boys' game. Dude, that special does not last long at all, huh? Anyway, I wonder how she's doing. We obviously lost contact a long time ago. But yeah, I wonder what she's up to these days. Hopefully, hopefully enjoying Kirby Air Riders and as a Meta Knight main. I'm about to die. Nice! Okay, not nice. It's red team. We don't want red team to win. But yeah, old internet friends are fun. I think about them sometimes. Okay. I like the Paper Star. I really do. It's very fun. Somebody made Wispy Woods sad. I still think that's like one of the funniest mechanics in this game. Is you can literally just beat the shit out of Wispy Woods, and it gets you nothing. Like absolutely nothing. It does nothing for you. It just makes him sad. you just beat the shit out of Wispy Woods for the love of the hate, I guess. And that's just a thing you can do. That's just one of the many opportunities that Kirby Air Riders presents to you, the player. Holy cow, okay, I'm going really fast. No!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice. We are officially at an hour mark. It's a bit of a long episode of Kirby Air Riders today, but that's fine. You know what? It's a special day. It's a special episode because, as you've noticed... Oh, perfect. This is, I think, perfect for me. Although they do have 2 paper stars in their team, which is perfect for them. Anyway, today's a special episode because... we have, you know, as you saw, the thumbnail, and I can't believe it took me this long to even talk about it, but I officially have a new thumbnail art from Ethan Nexian, right? Is the name, I think? I don't want to butcher the name. I want to forget the name. Ethan Nexian on Blue Sky. He is a very cool artist. I really like his work, and he's been wanting to branch out and do thumbnail art. Also, I freaking killed it. Holy crap. He's been wanting to branch out and do thumbnail art, so I was like, yeah, why not? And I like the thumbnails that I do. Like, I think they're fun, but also, I think that Kirby Air Riders thumbnail and the Splunky thumbnails are kind of like, you know? So it's like, hey, you know, he wants to do thumbnail art. He wanted it to be Nintendo themed too, because that's kind of because he loves Nintendo. He kind of specializes in that kind of thing. Nice. So I was like, yeah, this is a perfect opportunity. I mean, I was already thinking about it for some stuff, thinking about commissioning him for thumbnail art, and I was like, heck yeah, let's just do this. And I think the thumbnail turned out beautifully. I mean, he gave me like assets. I have like the background, I have the characters. It's nice. It's good stuff. And if you want a thumbnail or just art in general, I think you should totally go and check him out because, I mean, he does a great job. He's really fast. He's just a great artist all around. I believe he did thumbnail art for one of my friends as well on one of his videos. Although I don't remember. I remember what his channel's called. It used to be Subjective Gaming, now it's something else, I think. Remember, I don't know, it's Mamo DXX, one of his side channels. I don't remember, I know he changed the name to something. I don't remember it, but I didn't watch that video either, because I didn't watch that movie. I need to. But anyway, he did thumbnail art for that, I think, which is awesome. Anyway, you should go commission Ethan because he's my goat. He's one of my goats. It's like definitely one of my favorite artists to work with. Really like him. Really talented. And now like my neurons activated, and I'm like looking at all these pretty things. So many formula stars. Anyway, this is pretty much the end of the video. You know what we haven't done in a long time? Since we're already at like an hour-long episode, you know what we haven't done? We haven't looked at the game log. Let's check that out. Let's check out our gameplay stats. 49 hours and 13 minutes. Could be better. Could be better. Launched only 50 times. Kind of crazy. 57 victories. Like overall, like that's... Huh. Yeah, a lot of Rick and the Warp Star. Lot of Rick. In fact, that's all Rick and Warp Star. Hopefully maybe we'll skew these stats, get them a little more interesting as we like maybe use some random characters here and there. I don't know. But I always like default to either Rick or Starman. I mean, if you look in the thumbnail, I'm wearing Starman's cape, which is fun. Because that's another theme that I've did for like the other Let's Play thumbnails that I haven't done for the solo Let's Plays. It's like I always had the Taper mascot cosplaying or something. I didn't really do that for this one. But now here we are, carrying over that tradition. So I think that's fun. Again, more Rick and Warp Star. Let's just copy ability Plasma for some reason. I don't know how that happened. We have rode and top ride for 46 minutes total. I just love all these stats though. Also, a lot of these I'm most using top ride. That's how you know I don't use top ride that much. My farthest flying machine is a wheelie scooter. Yeah, that's crazy. Almost 10 hours. Almost 10 hours of my 50 hours has been in City Trial. That's fun. Let's look at what else we got. Machine's wrecked. Oh, that's me. My KD ratio is not good. But look at all these boxes. Hey, that's cool. I still haven't completed another legendary machine since that last episode. Still haven't done that. Never had a no contest win. That's when you know, you pick one of 4 stadium events. That's when nobody else picks that stadium event. So I'm kind of surprised I've never had that. Stadium playout? Huh. Don't have any of that. That's kind of crazy. Interesting. I have played a little bit of free run. Not much though. You can tell I don't play Road Trip much either. I've only played it 7 times. That's embarrassing. We need to start hopping on Road Trip, I think. And like really clear that out. Cause that could be cool. I don't know. It's online. I have played some paddock matches. I played with my friend Phantom T a little bit. And I've jumped 103 times in those 14 paddocks. You know, I love that Sakurai games have all these crazy, weird stats. It's fun. But now we've been going on for over an hour. So I will see you guys next time. I mean, then that's it. That's it. I don't have anything to add to that. I will just see you next time. Later.